Dennis, I want to talk about kids and social media use. How important is for parents to monitor their children's social media use?
It's really important. Social media is a great connector. It allows us to connect with individuals and organizations all around the globe related to all of our special interests or passions. But like anything else, it has the opportunity to hurt our kids and for our kids to be exposed to information maybe above their maturity level, or honestly, sometimes information that doesn't fit with our personal values. And so it's not something that we have to lock down, but it's definitely something we want to be understanding what our kids are using and having a conversation with them about it.
Okay, so it's that safe space and establishing that open line of communication when using social media. I think a lot of parents, though, too, like to focus on maybe keeping track of what their kids are doing online, in the way of the most popular apps or spaces that they keep visiting. Are there certain ones that parents should keep in mind?
So that's a great question. And honestly, I could give you a list. Some of the examples of what kids are using, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube is popular with some kids. But like any type of technology, I could give you this list today and tomorrow it could be different. I could give you this list today and next week it could be different. It's also sometimes a situation of your particular child and what their particular group is using. And so I think the important thing for parents to understand is what we use today and what our kids are using is not necessarily the same platform.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And also on those platforms, I think what's in the back of the mind of majority of parents is cyberbullying. We hear it time and time again, the role that it now plays in our kids' social circles, in their self-esteem. Let's talk about that. How big of a concern is that?
Cyberbullying is a real thing. I want to start with that. But I also want to say, there are groups that are more likely to be targets of cyberbullying. But rather than focus on them, what I would encourage parents to think about is your particular child. Have a conversation with them about who they're talking to, what they're saying to people, and what people are saying to them. Start that conversation now. So when someone says something mean to them, when someone says something derogatory to them, when someone starts attacking them, you've already created that foundation to make it easy for your child to come talk to you and tell you that they're scared or that they're angry or that they're upset.
So parents like to post pics of our kids, right? We love to do that. We love to celebrate our children, our families, but give some guidances.
So you're exactly right. It's interesting, research about a decade ago said that about 90% of kids had some type of presence online before they turned 2. So that's only grown. At its core, it's a couple things. One, remember that whatever you put out there is going to be out there indefinitely. So, if you put a picture of your child out there, you don't get to delete it and it goes away. So remember that things are permanent. The other thing to think about is to realize that, maybe you want to share something with grandma or with a cousin, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but realize that most posts, or take it to approach that all posts are going to be public. So would you want anyone to have this picture of your child? Would you want anyone to have this picture of your family? At the end of the day, if you really want to send someone a picture and you don't want everyone to have it, you can always email it to them, or you could even print it out and mail it to them.
Yes.
And then lastly, I think the other thing I would say too is we as parents can role model good online behavior. So when we're angry, not blasting people; when we are engaging with people, not being inappropriate. And so by role modeling that behavior and talking about how we use media and how our kids are using media, we can set a great example for them.
Fantastic advice, Dennis. So good. And I know many parents watching right now probably would love more information. So where do they go? What do they do?
So there's a couple different places you can go. Honestly, one of the cool things about the App Store on iOS or Google is they'll have information for parents about what kids are using, even Parents Guide. So that can be a great tool. You can go to Idaho. There's information on there. You can look at your, the academy, the pediatric academy, various kind of children's entities like that will have a lot of information about digital media and what's consuming. Though I will be honest and say one of the things that I have found to be most helpful in knowing what's going on today are those app stores and the ability to see what's being downloaded and guides that they're giving out to parents to help them understand how their kids are using those games, those tools, and those devices.
Wonderful. Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you, Melissa. Have a great day.